back, firstly. I went on a bit of a hiatus, if that's even what you call it. I don't really know what it means. But basically a lot's happened since I was last here. So firstly, I photographed my first wedding, so now I'm kind of expanding my photography business, and I've been very busy trying to get everything sorted and all that jazz. Secondly, I officially finished my A-levels and left school, which was really, really stressful for me, so I just took the time off just to chill and let everything get out of the way, but that's officially done. Moreno has been going really well, but we have had a bit of a heat wave. I'm really burnt, but you can't see it in the camera, thank God. So it was a bit, I didn't want to film when it was so hot because I couldn't focus and I wasn't riding very well, and it was just, there was no point. It would have been a bad video, and it just, I don't do well in the heat. I'm not built for the heat. I'm Irish. We don't get heat. So this video was meant to be a show vlog, and then I got too nervous to vlog. So basically it was Moreno's first trip out since his accident. It was our first show in something like 6 months or something. And the venue we went to was also the venue that he had his accident at. So it was quite nerve-wracking, to say the least. We did forget our test. Well, I forgot my test. But overall, he was such a good boy. I was so happy with him. I just wanted to kind of show you the preparation that I got on video the day before, which was the Saturday, and also my test. And then because I wasn't happy with how I rode, I actually re-rode my test on the Tuesday. So we had the day after the show off, and then I rode through the test again on the Tuesday. So I'm going to include that and just talk us through it, do a little bit of a voiceover, and I hope you enjoy. And without me rambling on anymore, let's get on into the video. So starting off on Saturday, Moreno got a full bath after I came home from work. His mane plaited and his tail was washed and plaited. As you can see, he looks very handsome. My dad does not look very happy. And then we had to practice loading after his accident. We just wanted to make sure he was still comfortable on the trailer. So this time I put him in on the right side, just so that he could see the door and there was an easy way out. The breast bar and everything was down. As you can see, he went on no problem and came off quite enthusiastically. Again, this video will cut off, but he goes up a second time, stands in it a little bit longer, and we put the breast bar up and the bar behind his tail, that goes on too. He kind of is a little bit stubborn here, but he does go on as soon as the video cuts off. And then he did end up travelling on the left side in the end, and he was completely fine. He travelled perfectly. So here we are, fast forward to our actual dressage test on Sunday. He warmed up really well, but it was actually, I think it was 22 degrees at this time, and he was just struggling. Like, he was getting so tired, and so was I. And we weren't allowed to compete with our jackets off, which I thought was quite odd. But starting off with our little centre line, we got a 7 for that, and the comment just says fairly straight. There's actually hardly any comments on this sheet. The next movement is HE working trot at E circle left 20 metres in diameter, E to K working trot. We got a 6.5 for this, and no comment, sadly. Then we have between K and A, transition to walk for 1 horse's length and proceed in working trot. We got a 6 for this, and again, no comment. After this, it's FXH, change the rein in working trot. We got a 6.5 for that, and once again, no comment, sadly. This is prelim 14 for anyone wondering what test I'm riding. So after that, we have between H and C, transition to walk for 1 horse's length and proceed in working trot. We got a 6 for that. And then at B, circle right 20 metres in diameter, and after E, give and retake the reins. We got a 6.5 for that, and sadly, once again, no comment. I do like getting comments, even if they're not the best, because then you know what to work on. In this video, I do think it's quite obvious what we need to work on, but it would be nice to have the judge tell you, because she is qualified to do so. So next we have between F and A, working canter right, K, E, H, working canter. So we got a 7 for this, and the comment just says against hand, which he was. I don't think he agreed with me riding him in this heat, to be honest. Next we have at C, circle right 20 meters in diameter, and oh, I've lost myself. Oh yeah, and then MBF, working canter. So I got lost on my test sheet there. So you got a 6.5 for this, and it just says canter could have more energy, which it 100% could. We didn't have any petrol left at this point, I don't think. So then we have between F and A, working trot, and between A and K, medium walk. So you got a 6 for this, and no comment once again. Next is KXM, change the rein in a free walk on a long rein, and at M, medium walk. So you got a 6.5 for this, and no comment again. We have actually been working on our free walk, and he is getting so much better. He used to not stretch down at all, really. But during tests, I just let the nerves get the better of me and completely forget how to ride. So I know this could all be better, and it's just so frustrating knowing that he goes better and I also ride better. So our next movement is between M and C, working trot, HEK, working trot. So a 6.5 for this, and again, no comment. So here you will see me forget my test and have a bit of a panic in the arena. So between K and A, working canter left, which we do, and then I'm meant to do a circle, a 20-meter circle at A. Now I forgot and went to do my circle at C, which I was just so annoyed at myself because I'd learnt my test, I'd practiced it so many times, and whenever the judge beeped, I'm not sure if you can hear in the video, but I actually say to her, oh no, the circle was meant to be at A, wasn't it? And she was like, yeah. So off we go again. We end up getting a 6.5 for this overall, and the comment just says needs more energy. At this point, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but he was starting to pant a little bit, and the heat just was not his friend at this point, bless him, but he was still trying so hard. Next movement is AFBM, working canter. 6.5 for this once again, and the same comment, just needs more energy. Then we have between M and C, working trot, HXF, change the rein in working trot. I have a 6.5 for this, and the comment just says against hand, which he was. He actually tried to break to walk in the middle of this, but I think I covered it up quite well, thankfully. Then we have at A, turn down the centre line, and between X and G, halt, immobility and salute. And we got a 6.5 for that, and again, no comment. But at the end, the judge's comment at the end just says, some nice moments in this test, horse just needs to be a little more accepting to the contact, well ridden. Bless him, he really does try his very best. So we're now going on to our little redo that I decided to do the 2 days after the test. So as you can tell, well, there's 4 tractors going around. Tractors and Moreno don't mix. But as you can tell, he's already a lot more supple, although he is quite tense because he's nervous in this case. I personally think I'm riding better because I'm just getting on with it instead of just letting him get away with it. Now in this video, my phone storage does run out, so I don't actually get to finish the test, sadly. But what you can see here, you can just tell it's night and day. He's so much better. We're still working on the walk, ignore that. But he goes so much better for me, and I was actually really happy with him in the end. Again, this wasn't perfect either, half because the tractors were scaring the absolute life out of him. There was also hundreds of cows. I have no idea where they came from, well maybe not hundreds, but there's a lot of cows, more than I've ever seen. So there was that, but he coped with it so well, and basically what we've learned from this experience is that we don't actually do enough test riding practice. So he will go absolutely lovely just in general flat work, but whenever it comes to movements one after the other, we kind of struggle to hold it together. You can see how tense he is, and we also got a bit of a shorter warm-up on this occasion because of the heat. I didn't want him to overheat, obviously, that would not be great. And at the show they were actually running half an hour ahead, so I got a much shorter warm-up. But again, it'll be good practice, you know, practice with longer warm-ups, practice with shorter warm-ups. We just need to get used to everything. Also, while we're here, I'll just mention my collective marks for my actual test. So for rhythm, we got 6. For suppleness, we got a 6. For contact, we got a 6. For rider's position, we got a 6.5. And for rider's results, we got a 6.5. We obviously got the -2 for forgetting the test and 62.88 altogether. I was devastated with this mark because on a bad day we would usually sit around 64%. But I then had to realise, first test out in 6 months, as I explained in the intro, so many things to think about and the nerves just got the better of me. There's always next time, there's going to be plenty more shows for us to go to. And as you can see, whenever we redid the test the second time, although it was far from perfect, and it still, I don't think, would have been a 64-65%. So before my phone ran out of storage there, I was just saying that I didn't think that the test that I had redone would have been 64-65%, just due to all the distractions and us not being great at test riding at the minute. But yeah, overall, thrilled to bits with him. He coped with the environment really, really well, and he coped with the whole travelling, first time out since the accident scenario. He did so well. And then we did practice it again on the Tuesday and he did even better. So overall, I'm just so happy with him. And at the time I wasn't, which is why I've waited a while to make this video. But now, especially after seeing the professional photos and everything, he did go much better than I actually thought he did, in his defence. So after this, I am going to put in some photos I took of my lovely friend Tara and Cosmo. Basically because I just really like them and I just want to show everyone and show off how well Cosmo and Tara are doing as a little pair. So I'll pop some little photos or collages, whatever I have done, in after this outro. My stutter. But yeah, that is all for this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if anyone else is in a similar position, not happy with their first few shows back or whatever, just know we're all out of practice, and like there's no reason for us to be upset about it because there's plenty more shows to go to, and lockdown has messed up a lot of our normal plans, so try not to get too disheartened about it, really, is what I'm trying to say. But that is all for this week's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!